Hey everyone, it's Evangeline here at eTrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at the Inno Wedge 660 Rooftop Cargo Box. This is going to be a sleek and aerodynamic box, great for increasing your cargo space for greater adventures. So this is going to be ideal for if you need to carry around some skis, some snowboards, or even your smaller surfboards. If you don't have space for that inside of your SUV, your compact vehicle, or your wagon, you can add this box on top of your roof rack to free up that space. Now there's some pros and cons to this as well. As great as it is for longer items like skis, if you have larger bags, not going to fit as well into this box. And in this video, I'll show you the types of cargo that you can fit into it, as well as how to carry this box around. So this has different color options. I have the shiny white version, but you can also get this in black. This is made of ABS plastic, which helps keep it lightweight, but also durable. And you even have an acrylic shine to the top of the white one, just to make that lid glow. Now on that note though, while it is made of that plastic for durability, and it is resistant to scratches and UV rays, if you park underneath a tree or if you brush up against branches, this can still scratch up, especially when you store it. So that is something to remember for a long-term use. So this has an 11 cubic feet capacity. When it comes to small, medium, and large cargo boxes, it's on the small side, and it has 110 pounds of weight capacity for your cargo. But what does that actually mean for what you can carry around with it? So your box is going to arrive with your clamps as well as your straps on the inside. So go ahead, get your keys, take those out, and then you're going to have that empty box. It's going to be more bulky than heavy, so it is still doable on one's own for loading it up. So to install your clamps, you're going to need the box open. So again, use those keys that you found outside of the box, and then we're going to clamp it from above. So line up your box where you want them on your crossbars, if you're loading them to the overhang, or if you're centering them on your bars. Once you figured out your spot, then just grab your clamp, and this fits from above over the bar. Adjust your tension with this wheel. You want just enough tension where you have a tight fit, but it still secures. You only need to set your tension once. After that, installing and uninstalling is as quick as easy as flipping this lever. But once you have all 4 clamps installed, your box is secure on your crossbars. You're now ready to load up your box and hit the road. It's that fast. So we have a good amount of stuff here. We have snowboards, some skis, chair, sleeping bag, other bags filled with boots and other things. And this is typically what you might want to carry around for your different adventures. So there's different places you could put it. You could put it inside of your vehicle, but then you're taking up most of your cargo space. What if you need to carry other things like your larger suitcases? Let's see how well it goes into the roof box. So let's start with skis, and then I'll explain interior dimensions when loading things up. So the maximum ski length you can carry with this is going to be up to 190 centimeters. And with that in mind though, it's for specific spots. If you're just throwing skis in there, the maximum is going to be 180, but you can fit 190s there if you properly put them in. So for maximum ski length, either load them diagonally, and that's where you can fit those 190s in there, or you can put 2 of them on the sides of the hinges, because that's where the box is the longest. Now this obviously depends on the dimensions of what you're carrying around, but this can carry about 6 snowboards or 8 sets of skis, or even 2 small surfboards. So depending on the length of those skis, snowboards, or surfboards, you can fit them into this box. You get 2 straps with this box, and you can actually use the clamps as anchor points. So the straps go through the clamps, and this has an interesting plastic buckle design. So the way I do it is I get the strap through, and then I go from the bottom up, then over, and then back down to secure the strap. That way, you're not running buckles through those anchor points. So these are just lightweight, small and compact straps. Nice if you're carrying around skis because they'll prevent the skis from bouncing up and towards the roof of your box. But for things like bags or whatever cargo you have stored in the center of your box, maybe not going to be as useful. This is not really a tall box. It really is designed for those longer items like those skis and those snowboards, because I have this big bag over here. That's not going to fit in here. In fact, the sleeping bag barely fit. So the maximum height for your interior is going to be about 8.5 inches. You do get an extra inch towards the back because of the angle of the box. But even if your bag fits in through the lid, it might not fit in the box. So the hinges are pretty strong. They hold your lid up in the open position, and they switch places depending on which side of the box you open. So once you're ready to close it, try to hold it from the middle so that both hinges activate. Even though it looks like the lid is closed, it actually isn't, because I can't turn the key to the lock position and take it out. So pushing down, I can see that both sides are actually engaged. So I turn this to the lock position, take out the key, and I know it's secure. And when loading up your box as well as your cargo, you can actually be strategic about it. So I like it offset to the driver's side just because it's easier to get at from the driver's side. Some people like it centered, and that way they can have things equally loaded. So example is maybe you can put things on the passenger side, open it on that side, and you know your skis are here, while on the other side, maybe your snacks are there. So you get 2 keys with this box, but you actually only need 1 to access both sides, which should help out since they're keyed alike. Now, I like the way this box opens because all you need to do is press this button, and now you can open up the box. So that way you can use 2 hands to lift up, making it easier compared to other boxes where you need to press and lift at the same time. So working with this box, I have some pros, I have some cons. My favorite parts about it are the memory mount clamps, super easy to install and then uninstall after you figured out your tension. Plus, having to press that button and then you can just lift up the lid with 2 hands makes it a lot easier to open and close that lid compared to some other roof boxes. And yes, it does weigh 42 pounds, but as you can see, I was able to lift it up onto the roof, so it's more bulky than heavy. Now on the downsides though, with that 11 cubic feet of space, I wasn't able to carry around my larger bags. That's really just how it goes with aerodynamic boxes. You take up less of wind resistance, it's more aerodynamic, but you don't have as much height for those taller items, and you're gonna have to remember to put them into your hatch and focus on the skis and snowboards and surfboards for this one. But right here, right now, this was a look at the Inno Wedge 660 roof-mounted cargo box here at eTrailer.com. My name is Evangeline, and I hope you enjoyed the journey.